Now that you've got an image like this that you have either image traced or drawn by yourself, you can go ahead and select it all, making sure that it is not grouped. We can ungroup all of that until ungroup is now gray. Go ahead and click on the Shape Builder tool. And when you hover your mouse over areas that are closed off, and by closed off, I simply mean that there are no gaps in this particular area. So this bit under the van actually highlights in Illustrator with that like checkerboard type looking thing. You can then go ahead and click on one of those areas and that actually turns into the color that is set over here. If I then click on the selection tool to click off, and I click on the direct selection tool, I can then change this color, double click over here and give it a color that I want. Now, sometimes it ends up going into a grayscale kind of color. The way that we overcome this is that we need to go to our color palette over here. If I click on these 3 lines, a flyout will come out and I can choose either red, green, blue or cyan, magenta, yellow, and black. For my purposes, it's going on to print. So I'm going to click on that one over there and you'll see that it will change the color. I've then got the opportunity to really dial in the color that I want. If I want multiple sections to have this color and I don't want to remember, like say I have a color that's like this and I don't necessarily want to remember these values again, I'm going to go to my swatch palette. My swatch palette are basically predefined swatches. One of these boxes are called swatches, and I can now create a new one to create my own one. I'm going to click on this global button and you'll notice that the symbol will look a little bit different. Each one of these squares are just a color, but with this global one here, it now has got a little triangle. What that means is that even though this is no longer selected, I'm clicking off on it. If I now double click this, it means that I can actually change my color and I can see it in real time. So that might be a nice way to go about it. Additionally, you can select that area, hold down Shift and click on the other areas and now click on that one over there. And again, if I double click that, I can now really see the changes that I'm making to it once I've got my preview and I can OK that. If an area is closed off, like this area, there are no gaps, I can't see any white spaces, this whole area will light up just like that. If there is an open area like this and I want to color my van in, it won't actually work. If I click on this, you'll notice that the whole thing colors in simply because I've got a gap over there. To overcome that, I'll need to go ahead and draw a space out over that. And then using that same shape builder tool, click and drag over these areas. And now it turns whatever color that turned out to be before. For some reason, it keeps highlighting that. I can go to my eyedropper tool to click on that black over there as well. But now when I go to my shape builder tool, I can click on this and then deselect it, click on this, and I can choose a color for my van if I want. So hopefully that helps you learn how to color your objects provided that it is closed off.